another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Oh, hey. How are you? That's good. You're acting a little suspicious. What did you have to ask me?
Hello, this is your usual friend Normal69, and you are the humanoid or being who are incorporating the information from my visual data stream to see what have I done with this beginning of the mod pack. Seems mostly stable, but I will show you all the problems I still have with it. First one, space exploration forces this 50 per stone stack. I don't really like it. It makes storing stone complicated, and I would like to concentrate on building different stuff rather than just making bigger and bigger storages. Not as if we couldn't solve it, because we have merging first, of course. Other main problem is, but meanwhile I'm trying to show you my new additions to my base. So I have a triple-plate crafting system with a big huge chest together, amounts restricted by logistically connecting the, how do it calls it, inserters, and that way I can control what subcomponents and how many are made, and this huge chest surely wouldn't fill in wholly in the game. I think so, and I hope so really much. Let's just put some restrictions on them. Sadly, I couldn't turn this blueprint to upward, so I always need to go around. Later when I research, but let me stand on the sun, because I now have the solar powered power armor with jetpack, night vision, and my most important thing, belt immunity. I don't like to be carried away by belts when I'm fiddling around. So the problem is that let me show you if I can here. I would like to have this one, because it allows that I put working houses inside other houses of the same side. But as you can see, it needs space science and production science 5000. Okay, right. I could manage that, because if I research this, the third level building, then I could make a good base, good portable base, but it's two needs, just 2000 of them, so it will be a time and space exploration, but okay, I will manage that too. And this one was repaired. It needed 10 times or maybe 100 times, a really unreal amount of components. The second one needs advanced circuits, so I think I can manage the incoming levels of this technology. So I have no problems with that. I'm pondering that I should use or shouldn't these melting furnaces. I made a little system in here, in this little house. Of course, using the factory planner, so I knew around how much of them are needed. But in theory and in practice, this melts the metal, which crafted by at least a second level crafter, to metal plates. And if I melt metal plates, there is a reset to that too, then I could make steel without that coke problematic crafting thing. I despise that Krastorio and space exploration together only had the Coke method of making still only and nothing advanced, nothing more advanced. That would be wonderful in my thinking, of course. So I did a little wood maker because I don't want it to always go out to make food, and it's really well converts stone and metal through sandification by these little things from biotech, and it works, so I always will have wood. So nowadays I'm just going in here, control right click on this, control right click on them, and then try to share the resources with anything which needs it, maybe for this, because this makes automatically my small houses. I don't really know why it weighs so much. I think because it was just building, because I think, yes, I limited this to 5, so it shouldn't make them so many, but anyways, it's working, it's not a problem. Let me take half of you out, press T, which I set up to even distribution, and now I have so many windmills, wind turbines, that these are even not activating, and I'm using fuel only in this one, so everything else goes of electricity. We are real environment friendly people now, and I have all the energy and some light processing to build bigger factories, of course. Maybe I need to put in some of these, perhaps, or these ones at least. I will see how it goes. As you know, I turned down the setting for each little miner bot to consume less power, and it has a very good configuration. It's the rework version. As you can read here, I think so, remastered, sorry. And it works really alright, even providing if you look inside. Let me show you on the stone mine. So I get out all, but if I look in back, there is a configuration option, then it puts back all the stone which you have in your inventory. Oh, maybe I need to park the car the other way. Meanwhile, I export with radar, of course, because that's easier, the western continent. And here are pretty big, you can see this isn't structurized, but this one is. So it has huge amount of really big ones. I destroyed one over here, but I think this will expand and surely and slowly covering all of the islands in time. So maybe I could get over here and destroy these few enemies. Then I could separate this part from the big ones, and they will get consumed by it. I will see. And there is another semi-continent which may or may not continue that way, but I think this is enough covering the map and lagging my machine. By the way, not here, but here are the data. So it shows us the actual, the minimum and the maximum values of all of these things. But I haven't seen anything except this flip sometimes go up and then it disappears. So if you can tell me what's that about, then I could set it up more right or fix it. I know that we have in here in the graphics this flip presentation model. It says it's a more efficient method, so why not just try it out? Now we have flip of 16. Oh, and a real big number, I think because I paused the game. And if I set it not to have flip, will we get faster? Not really, maybe a bit. So let me see if I set it to 8 times. I have 375 UPS and is the max. So I don't get anything by setting it to 60 times. Okay. I will see how it goes. Sometimes I have little hiccups like this. I don't know if the game show it to you. Okay, and I shouldn't mind you because you have uranium inside. That was a meteor. I deactivated the sunflares, which is a huge moving laser, but I've put one meteor defense. I would need more because honestly the meteors can come in from 1 to 4 in amount, and I think you need as many point defenses against them to all of them to be shot down. I don't know if these cannons are returning resources, but I don't think so. Maybe the bigger ones, the all map encompassing one. But I'm far away. By the way, beside this new orderable research tree, I put in another thing which prevents you to see new technologies unless you own half of the researches which they are dependent on, for example like this. And I think that's how many things I have with. Oh no, the bigger problem is the buying and selling interface. You can rescan here, of course, if you unsure if your new researched items are in, and it doesn't handle well some of the unresearched items because these tables should be restricted to stuff I've already researched. And other problem is sometimes you have this cheap uniform price. I set all of the settings but it remained the same. I'm extremely curious why they are cheap and why they are even in here. So that is another branch of problem which I only can handle by not abusing this, and essentially we should prevent myself right now, or selves right now, to buy these ones or even sell these ones, but so cheap it wasn't worth it. And in the contrary, there is a science thing, should be here or here, but it isn't detected. So that's funny. And the most funny is that this one is only 20. Meanwhile, these are at the right price, I must say so. And I don't know why. Maybe I should check on them, of course. So I make you from those kinds of stuff. So it's not really different. It needs a solid fuel, it needs glass, and it needs electronic components. So it shouldn't be so cheap, but it is. Why? I don't know. So sadly, of course, for you, for the faster testing, I'm using these ones with the reverse factory to get them, to get their components, and then I use them and sell them as a cheeser like me should do it, of course. And I already told you that this is in your best interest. I wouldn't do it without you. So you are the reason I'm clean or else. So I sell them because they are not really cheap and buy technology cards. Meanwhile, I'm putting these spare parts, which is of course come with, how do you say it, you get back less components as per the settable configuration. So it's not really bad. Maybe I would need to set this to lower rate, how many of the components you get back. But I really don't understand because this is a vanilla item, even it's modified by space exploration, news K2 asset tweak, space exploration again and expanded descriptions. But still I don't know because it has not real big difference, and I think electronic components aren't cheap too, otherwise how could I sell them for such huge profit? So maybe there is some hidden recipe which modifies and found it before. I really don't know. Let me see, the black market has settings here, yeah. Dynamic price is tax. Multiplier, I've set the random resources. Magyar. And there are a lot of price options and price transforming options, but no how it follows the recipe options. Perhaps that could be better and would provide better feedback to the maker of the mod. But as you know, I don't know, I'm not polyhistor, and I uphold the right to say stupid things which I will get corrected about, and I will thank that. So I have the kitchen, I have production, I have science, so we're here, and I have a goal to build maybe a little bit of bigger portable base, and of course automatic production, because now I really have a lot of explored science down here which I could use to make those things. And this price cheese difference won't be enough for the later science things, even the erroring price is considered. So I hope it will be a somewhat balanced thing. We will see. Thank you very much to following me, and please if you have answers to my questions or you know better mods that I have inside here, just tell me, okay? Thank you. Have a fun weekend and bye bye.